ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Okay, good morning everybody. We are discussing about different types of thermodynamical processes. So we already discussed about isobaric process, isochoric process, isothermal process, quasi-static process, cyclic process. Now come to the point, adiabatic process. Adiabatic process. So what is adiabatic process? Adiabatic process means, so all the physical changes in the system takes place. So that means whatever certain amount of gas is taken into the cylindrical vessel with movable piston, that is considered as the system in thermodynamics. So in thermodynamics, see here, this is the cylindrical vessel with movable piston. This is considered as a system. So here all the physical changes in the system, physical changes means what are the physical changes? Change in pressure, change in temperature, change in volume, like that. So these are the physical changes. All the physical changes in the system takes place, neither heat supplied to the system, neither heat energy supplied to the system, nor heat energy taken out from the system. So that is the situation. This is the definition of adiabatic process. Whatever are the physical changes in the system takes place, neither heat supplied to the system nor heat energy taken out from the system. That means we are not supplying heat energy, we are not taking any heat energy from the system. That means dq is equals to 0. So according to first law of thermodynamics, here what is the major condition is dq is equals to 0. Heat supplied to the system must be equal to 0, or heat energy taken out from the system must be equal to 0. So this is called adiabatic process. What is the best example of adiabatic process? We are not supplying heat energy, we are not taking heat energy. Certain amount of water is taken into the bottle, our water bottle, let us say simply. So water is taken into the water bottle and it is shaken well. If you shake the water bottle, it contains water. Without water it is meaningless. Water bottle, in water bottle we have to consider certain amount of water, and if you shake the, close the cap, it's very important. Without closing the cap, the water is going out. So that means water bottle, certain amount, if the water is shaken well, if you shake the water in the water bottle, what happens? So that means the temperature increases. So in this situation we are not supplying any heat energy, we are not taking out any heat energy, we are not supplying, we are not taking. So that is adiabatic process. So that's why dq is equals to 0. And one more thing is a thermos flask, that means a heater, hot box. So certain amount, that means so early morning, sorry, idli, dosa, like that. So these are kept in the hot box. The heat energy, that hot box does not allow the heat energy to go out, does not allow the heat energy to come in, whatever it is. So that's why it maintains the same heat energy for certain time. It's not ideal. So that's why for certain time only. So that is considered as the adiabatic system. Adiabatic system. Neither heat energy supplied to the system nor heat energy taken out from the system. So that is dq is equals to 0. So from first law of thermodynamics, what we can write? What is the first law? dq is equals to du plus dw. So dq is equals to 0, that means du plus dw. So from this, du can be written as minus dw or dw can be written as minus du. Anything is correct. So first law of thermodynamics in case of adiabatic process can be written like this. First law of thermodynamics in for adiabatic process, du is equals to minus dw or dw is equals to minus du. So here, because dq is equals to 0, neither heat energy supplied to the system nor heat energy taken out from the system. So that means we are not supplying, we are not taking out. So that is the concept. du is equals to minus dw or dw is equals to minus du, like this. So here, okay, dw is equals to minus du. du can be written as cv dt or ncv dt. dt in the sense T2 minus T1 generally. Change in temperature, T2 minus, always we must write change in temperature means always whatever it may be the situation. Change in the sense we must write final minus initial. Change means we must write final minus initial. So that's why here we can write T2 minus T1. We can write T2 minus T1. So dw is equals to minus Cv into T2 minus T1. Here if T2 is greater than T1, if the final, that means after whatever it may be the changes in the system takes place, that means here the temperature changes. If the final temperature is greater than initial temperature, if the final temperature is greater than initial temperature, so that means T2 minus T1 is positive. T2 minus T1 is positive. So if T2 minus T1 is positive, then dw is negative. See here, if T2 minus T1 is positive, so positive into negative, negative. That's why dw becomes negative. So very important point here. So dw is equals to minus Cv dt. dt in the sense we must write T2 minus T1, change in temperature, that must be T2 minus T1. So that's why if in this situation, if the final temperature is greater than initial temperature, then we can write it as T2 is greater than T1, then T2 minus T1 is positive, T2 minus T1 is positive. So therefore dw is negative because this term is positive and here positive into negative becomes negative. So that's why dw is negative. dw is negative. dw is negative in the sense work done on the system. Work done on the system. So dw negative, that's why this is called adiabatic compression. If the work done is negative, that is called work done on the system. Work done on the system. Work done on the system means in case of adiabatic process, if we push the piston inwards, then the temperature increases. So that's why work done is negative. That's why that is called adiabatic compression. The process is called compression, adiabatic compression. Very, very important. You must remember this. But in previous conditions, isothermal process, if the volume increases, that is isothermal expansion, because the temperature remains constant in isothermal process. Isothermal process, temperature remains constant. What is the work done in isothermal process? W is equals to 2.303 nRT log V2 by V1. Log V2 by V1. If V2 is greater than V1, then that is adiabatic expansion, isothermal expansion. If V2 is less than V1, that is isothermal compression. Based on volumes we can say that, but here in this situation dq is equals to 0 and dw is equals to minus du. Based on this we can say that whether that is positive or negative. So here T2 minus T1 is positive, then dw is negative. Work done is negative. When the work done is negative, that is work done on the system. Work done on the system. Work done on the system, that is called adiabatic compression. That process is called adiabatic compression. Next, here if T2 is less than T1, T2 is less than T1. So that means T2 minus T1 is negative. 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 Negative into negative, positive. So therefore, dw is positive. dw positive means work done by the system. Work done by the system means that is called adiabatic expansion. Adiabatic expansion. So this is very important. So in case of adiabatic process, blindly you can remember that adiabatic expansion means temperature decreases. Adiabatic compression means temperature increases. So that's very important. Adiabatic expansion and adiabatic compression. Adiabatic expansion in the sense temperature decreases. Adiabatic compression means temperature increases. Very important. Best example is, for example, bicycle tire. So tube. So that's completely filled with air. If the tube bursts, if the cycle tire, it consists of tube. If the tube bursts, what happens? Air expands. Air expands. So in that situation, the temperature decreases or increases? Definitely the temperature decreases. The air coming from the tube must be cool when compared to surrounding temperature. So that's why the temperature decreases. So that's why that is called adiabatic expansion. If the tube bursts, the air expands. So that means air coming from the tube is cool when compared to surrounding temperature. So that's why the temperature of the system decreases. So that's why that is called adiabatic expansion. Adiabatic expansion. So based on the temperatures we can say that whether it is adiabatic expansion or adiabatic compression, depending on temperatures, not based on volumes and like that. Of course, if work done, if dw is equals to minus du, internal energy increases means work done is negative. If du is equals to minus dw, if dw is negative, then only du is positive. Work done negative means, so that is compression. Work done on the system. On the system means compression. By the system means expansion. So remember that. So let us say this is the cylindrical vessel with movable piston. Cylindrical vessel with movable piston, that is considered as the system. That is considered as the system in this. For example, if the piston moves outwards by itself, the system moves outwards by itself, that is called expansion. If you forcibly move the piston inwards, that is called compression. So that is adiabatic compression. In case of compression, definitely the temperature increases. In case of expansion, definitely the temperature decreases, especially in adiabatic process. So like this. This is the adiabatic process. Adiabatic expansion and adiabatic compression, everything it is. Next. So what are the key points it got into this adiabatic process? Don't confuse in this situation. So expansion in the sense temperature decreases. Compression in the sense temperature increases. Expansion means temperature decreases. Compression means temperature increases in adiabatic process. So here adiabatic process. The system adiabatic, in case of adiabatic conditions, the system is made up of with very very bad conducting material. The system is made up of with very very bad conducting material. Why? Because neither heat supplied to the system nor heat taken out from the system. Neither heat energy taken out from the system nor heat energy supplied to the system. So that's why it is very made up of with very very bad conducting material. And one more thing is, in adiabatic process it is very quick process. It is very quick process, but isothermal process is very very slow process, infinitesimally slow process. So but adiabatic process is the very quick process. Generally we can observe that all the processes are related to adiabatic processes only, daily existing situations. And one more thing here, it is, if the temperature of the system decreases, so that is called adiabatic. If the temperature of the system decreases, then that is called adiabatic expansion. Adiabatic expansion, because the work done is positive. Next, if the temperature of the system increases, so that is called adiabatic compression. The temperature of the system increases, that is called adiabatic compression. So this is the adiabatic process. Some points regarding this adiabatic process. And if we draw the graph between pressure and volume here, so, and one more thing, the relation here, the relation PV power gamma equals to constant holds good in this process. PV power gamma equals to constant, this holds good in this process. PV power gamma. So where gamma is known, we know what is gamma, adiabatic gas constant. Gamma is called the adiabatic gas constant. For monoatomic gas it is 5/3, for diatomic gas it is 7/5, for polyatomic gas it is 4/3, we know that values. And here if you draw the graph between pressure and volume, the shape of the graph is like this, same as that of isothermal process, but there is a change in the slope. Later we can discuss about that, what are the slopes of isothermal and adiabatic process, but here it is. The graph between pressure and volume is like this in case of adiabatic process. So this graph is called adiabatic. So that is the situation in case of adiabatic process. So these are the points you have to remember regarding to adiabatic process. So PV power gamma, the relation PV power gamma equals to constant holds good. How this relation exists? Let us derive this relation. Let us derive about this. So in case of adiabatic process, so the derivation of the relation PV power gamma equals to constant. How can you derive this relation? So first one, So first, according to adiabatic process, what we can write is, according to adiabatic process, dq is equals to 0. So that means du plus dw is equals to 0. According to adiabatic process, du plus dw is equals to 0. Du plus dw is equals to 0. And so we know in this du is equals to ncv dt, du is equals to ncv dt. But if number of moles is equals to 1, the number of moles of the gas is equals to 1, then du can be written as cv dt. So therefore we can write it as cv dt plus dw can be written as pdv. cv dt and dw can be written as pdv. Let us say it is equation 1. cv dt plus pdv is equals to 0. According to this relation, dq is equals to 0, that means du plus dw is equals to 0. And here we know from ideal gas equation, what is ideal gas equation? PV is equals to nRT, but here n is equals to 1. So therefore PV is equals to RT. PV equals to RT. So this is the ideal gas equation. So that means differentiating on both sides. Differentiating. What is the differentiating for? Differentiation formula is generally dy dx of uv formula, two variables. Here the pressure varies as well as volume also varies in this process. Pressure varies as well as volume also varies. See here, d by dx of uv, u into dv by dx plus v into du by dx. So this is the differentiation of uv formula. In mathematics you have this chapter, definite integration and indefinite integration chapters you have. So but especially BPC people, you must remember this. d by dx of uv formula is u into dv by dx plus v into du by dx. So it is called, if the partial differentiation, then this can be written as u into dv plus v into du. If it is the partial differentiation, we can write it as u dv plus v du. That is called partial differentiation. Both variables, first one term remains constant, derivation of the second term. Second term remains constant, derivation of the first term. So that is differentiation formula, d by dx of uv, d by dx of uv. So this is. So based on that, differentiating on both sides. Now p remains constant, differentiation of v, let us say dv, and v remains constant, differentiation of p, so that is equals to dp, pdv plus vdp. So here first p remains constant, we are partial differentiating volume, that's why dv, and again volume remains constant, partial differentiation of pressure, that is dp, and it is equals to RT. R remains constant because universal gas constant always remains constant. R into only the variable is dt. Here only the variable is dt. So therefore from this dt can be written as pdv plus vdp divided by R. dt can be written as pdv plus vdp divided by R. That is dt. So substitute the value of dt in equation 1. Substitute dt in equation 1. What is equation 1? This is. So this is cv dt plus pdv is equals to 0. cv into, what is the value of dt here? dt is pdv plus vdp divided by R plus pdv is equals to 0. Just we are substituting the value of dt here. So this is the dt value, pdv plus vdp divided by R. PdV plus VdP divided by R. So CV into dt place, in place of dt, what we are substituting? PdV plus VdP divided by R. So from this LCM, so PdV plus VdP plus PRdV divided by R is equals to 0. LCM, R is the LCM. So here it is multiplied. So now CV into PdV plus VdP plus CV into PdV plus VdP plus, here R can be written as, we know, Cp minus Cv into PdV. We know the relation Cp minus Cv is equals to R. We know the relation Cp minus Cv is equals to R. So in place of R I am substituting Cp minus Cv. In place of R I am substituting Cp minus Cv. So from this Cv into PdV plus Cv into VdP plus Cp into PdV minus Cv into PdV is equals to 0. Expanding the terms, multiply with Cv here, again multiply with Cv, Cv into PdV, Cv into VdP, next Cp into PdV minus Cv into PdV, see here, plus Cp PdV minus Cp PdV, these two gets cancelled, Cv PdV minus Cv PdV cancelled. So remaining Cv into VdP plus Cp into PdV is equals to 0. So now here dividing on both sides with CVPV, dividing on both sides with CVPV. So now here Cv into VdP divided by CVPV plus Cp into PdV divided by CVPV is equals to 0 by CVPV. Here the dividing on both sides with CVPV, dividing on both sides with CVPV like this. So this is the situation. So here CV cancel, VV cancel, here PP cancel, 0 by something 0. What is the relation here we got? So from this is dP by P plus dP by B plus Cp by Cv into dV by V, Cp by Cv into dV by V. So that is equals to 0. And here, so dP by P plus Cp by Cv is gamma into dV by V is equals to 0. dP by P, Cp by Cv is considered as gamma. So from this we can write dP by P is equals to minus gamma into dV by V. This plus comes to this side, this becomes minus. So integrating on both sides, integral of 1 by P dP in between the, so that means pressure changes from P1 to P2. So that is equals to minus gamma into integral of 1 by dP dV dV. That means volume changes from V1 to V2. Volume changes from V1 to V2. So integral of 1 by P dP. So that is log P in between the limits P1 to P2. So that is equals to minus gamma into, it is also log V in between the limits V1 to V2. Integral of 1 by x dx is log x, general formula. Integral of 1 by x dx is log x. So that's why it is log P in between the limits. P1 is the, that means the pressure changes from P1 to V2. Here volume changes from V1 to V2. So first substitute upper limits. Log P2 minus log P1. Substitute upper limit minus lower limit. Minus gamma into log V2 minus log V1. Log V2 minus log V1. So log A minus log B. So log of A by B, P2 by P1. So minus gamma into log. So multiply with minus gamma into this becomes log V2 minus of minus plus, that's why log V1 minus log V2. So now here log of P2 by P1 is equals to gamma into log of V1 by V2. So from this log of P2 by P1 is equals to log of V1 by V2 whole power gamma. So applying anti-log on both sides. So that means P2 by P1 is equals to V1 power gamma divided by V2 power gamma. P2 by P1 is applying just anti-log on both sides. P2 by P1 is equals to V1 power gamma divided by V2 power gamma. So next, so cross multiplication, then we can get here P2 V2 power gamma is equals to P1 V1 power gamma, cross multiplication. So from this we can write PV power gamma equals to constant. That is the relation between pressure and volume in case of adiabatic process. So this is the relation of PV power gamma equals to constant. Simple thing. So this is according to what is that? Adiabatic process dQ0. du can be written as Cv dt. That's why Cv dt plus work done formula PdV equals to 0. That's why. Next, according to ideal gas equation, PV equals to nRT. If n equals to 1, then PV equals to RT. Partial differentiating on both sides, PdV plus VdP equals to RdT. So just substitute the value of dt here. So R is the LCM here. In place of R here, what I am writing? Cp minus Cv. Because so we know that Cp minus Cv is equals to R. We know that Cp minus Cv equals to R. That's why it is Cp PdV minus like this. Everything cancelled. Dividing on both sides. This is only for our convenience. It's not compulsory. This is for our convenience to build up the relation. Dividing on both sides with Cv PV. So that's why we got finally dP by d, dP by P, Cp by Cv. Cp by Cv is nothing but gamma. So it's minus. So integration of 1 by x dx is log x. Integration of 1 by x dx is log x. So based on that, so here the pressure changes from P1 to P2, volume changes from V1 to V2, adiabatic changes. So that is by substituting this we can get that. Two conditions here, P2 V2 power gamma equals to P1 V1 power gamma, P2 V2 power gamma equals to P1 V1 power gamma. So that means just like P1 V1 equals to P2 V2, Boyle's law. What we can write, what is Boyle's law? PV equals to constant. That's why we can write P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. So in the same way, here we got the relation P2 V2 power gamma equals to P1 V1 power gamma. So that's why we can write PV power gamma equals to constant. Simply that is the derivation of the relation PV power gamma equals to constant.
ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.